What if I told you there's a bizarre trick used by Olympic athletes that can literally reprogram your muscle memory in half the time? You're about to discover something that challenges everything you thought you knew about building strength and coordination. This isn't about lifting heavier weights or doing more reps. This is about hacking your nervous system in a way that sounds almost too weird to be true. I'm talking about mental rehearsal combined with something called cross-lateral training. And when done correctly, it can supercharge your muscle memory faster than any traditional method you've ever tried. But here's the kicker. Most people are doing it completely wrong, which is why they're stuck in mediocre results, while others seem to progress effortlessly. Before we dive into this game-changing technique, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to pick up new movements instantly, while others struggle for months to master the same skill? The answer isn't genetics or natural talent like most people think. It's all about how efficiently their nervous system creates and strengthens neural pathways. Your muscle memory isn't actually stored in your muscles at all. That's the first myth we need to destroy. Everything happens in your brain and nervous system. When you repeat a movement, your brain creates specific neural pathways that become more efficient with practice. The stronger these pathways, the more automatic and precise your movements become. But here's where it gets interesting. Traditional training only activates these pathways during physical practice. What if I told you that you could be strengthening these same pathways even when you're not physically moving? That's exactly what elite athletes have been doing for decades. And now, you're going to learn their secret. The technique I'm about to share combines visualization with cross-lateral movement patterns. Cross-lateral movements are exercises that force your brain's hemispheres to work together in ways they normally don't. When you combine this with detailed mental rehearsal, something magical happens in your nervous system. Let me explain how this works on a neurological level. When you visualize a movement in vivid detail, your brain fires almost the same neural patterns as when you actually perform that movement. Brain imaging studies have shown that mental practice activates up to 80% of the same neural pathways as physical practice. But when you add cross-lateral movements to this visualization, you're forcing your brain to create even stronger, more integrated neural networks. Here's the step-by-step process that's about to revolutionize your training. First, choose the specific movement or skill you want to master. This could be a perfect squat, a flawless bench press, or even a complex athletic movement like a golf swing or tennis serve. The key is to be incredibly specific about what you want to improve. Step 1 is creating your mental movie. Close your eyes and visualize yourself performing the movement with absolute perfection. But this isn't just casual daydreaming. You need to engage all your senses. Feel the weight of the bar in your hands. Hear the sound of your feet positioning on the floor. Feel the tension in your muscles as you initiate the movement. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the stronger the neural pathway activation. Step 2 is where the magic happens. While you're running this mental movie, you're going to perform cross-lateral movements with your hands or feet. These are simple patterns that force your brain hemispheres to communicate across the corpus callosum. You might tap your right hand to your left knee while visualizing, or trace figure 8 patterns in the air with alternating hands. The specific cross-lateral pattern isn't as important as the fact that you're doing it consistently while maintaining your detailed visualization. This dual-task approach forces your brain to work harder and creates more robust neural connections. It's like upgrading from a single-lane road to a multi-lane highway in your nervous system. Step 3 involves progressive complexity. Start with slow, simple visualizations combined with basic cross-lateral patterns. As your brain adapts, you can increase the speed of your mental rehearsal and make your cross-lateral movements more complex. Some advanced practitioners even add balance challenges or coordination tasks to further enhance the neurological demands. The timing of this practice is crucial for maximum effectiveness. The absolute best time to do this is immediately after your physical training session. Your nervous system is already primed and activated from your workout. Adding this mental rehearsal with cross-lateral movements when your neural pathways are already firing creates a compounding effect that accelerates learning. Research has shown that athletes who combine physical practice with this type of mental training improve their performance up to 40%, faster than those who rely on physical practice alone. That's not a small improvement. That's a complete game changer that could cut your learning curve almost in half. But here's what most people get wrong when they try this technique. They make their visualizations too vague, or they don't maintain consistent cross-lateral movements. Your mental rehearsal needs to be so detailed that someone watching you could almost see what movement you're practicing just by observing your facial expressions and micro movements. Another common mistake is practicing too many different movements at once. Your brain needs focused, repeated exposure to create strong neural pathways. Pick one movement and master this technique with that single skill before moving on to others. Quality over quantity always wins when it comes to motor learning. The cross-lateral movements also need to be rhythmic and consistent. If you're constantly changing the pattern or losing the rhythm, you're actually creating interference rather than enhancement. Find a simple pattern that feels natural and stick with it throughout your entire visualization session. Here's an advanced variation that takes this technique to the next level. After you've mastered the basic approach, you can start adding what's called temporal manipulation. This means practicing your visualization at different speeds. Run through the movement in slow motion to focus on perfect technique, then gradually increase the speed to match or even exceed your desired performance tempo. You can also practice error correction within your visualizations. Deliberately visualize common mistakes, and then immediately correct them with perfect form. This trains your nervous system to recognize and automatically correct errors before they happen in real performance. The neuroplasticity benefits of this technique extend far beyond just the specific movement you're practicing. Regular cross-lateral mental rehearsal actually improves overall brain connectivity and cognitive function. You're literally building a more integrated and efficient nervous system that benefits all aspects of your physical performance. Elite athletes typically spend 15 to 20 minutes on this type of mental training, 3 to 4 times per week. That might seem like a significant time investment, but when you consider that it can cut your learning time in half, it's actually saving you hours of physical practice time. The best part about this technique is that you can do it anywhere. You don't need equipment, a gym, or even much space. You can practice in your car, at your desk, or lying in bed before sleep. This flexibility means you can be improving your muscle memory even when you can't physically train. Results typically become noticeable within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice. You'll find that movements feel more natural and automatic. Your coordination improves, and you'll notice fewer technical errors during your physical training sessions. The movement pattern becomes so deeply ingrained that it feels effortless. This technique works for any physical skill, not just weightlifting. Martial artists use it to perfect complex combinations. Musicians use it to master difficult passages. Surgeons use it to refine their technique. The applications are limitless because the underlying neurological principles are universal. Remember, this isn't replacing your physical practice, it's amplifying it. You still need to put in your time with actual weights, actual movements, and actual training. But when you combine that physical work with this neurological enhancement technique, you're operating on a completely different level than everyone else in the gym. Your nervous system is incredibly adaptable, but it needs the right stimulus to create lasting change. This combination of detailed visualization and cross-lateral movement provides that stimulus in a way that traditional training simply cannot match. You're essentially giving your brain a blueprint for perfect performance, and then strengthening that blueprint through enhanced neural connectivity. Start implementing this technique with just one movement that you really want to master. Be consistent, be detailed, and be patient. Your nervous system will reward you with faster learning, better coordination, and movement patterns that feel completely automatic. This is your secret weapon for unlocking superhuman muscle memory development.